this is your, or these are your workouts for October. I'm going to be doing session 1 now, and I'm going to do session 2 in a while and upload them separately. What you need to know this month is that we are doing sessions that are combined with 60 seconds of HIIT work, combined with 60 seconds of what we call more time on attention work. So the HIIT 60 seconds is to get our heart rate really up. What I need you to do on these ones, girls, is to make sure that you're not staying in a steady state. The idea isn't to just keep going for that 60 seconds and keep the heart rate down. We want to be busting that 80% heart rate, really pumping that blood, getting the heart rate going up. And if that means you have to stop in the 60 seconds, then that's the way to do it, okay? If you don't push into that maximum heart rate, you're not going to be getting the most out of the HIIT, which is the stuff that is going to fat burn. If you stay at a steady state, you're going to just kind of go into this little aerobic zone, which isn't going to work for the fat loss, all right? So don't be scared to stop. Even if it means you're stopping every 10 seconds, I really don't care. Just go 100% every 60 seconds on that, okay? You then get a 20-second break, and we're going to take it into an exercise where generally we're going to be using weights or body weight. We're looking in that 60 seconds really for 10 to 15 reps max of what you're doing. Now what I want you to do on this is I want you to really concentrate on keeping your muscles contracted. So when we do things like the chest fly on the floor and the chest press, I want you to imagine someone's trying to stop that movement. So if I stand here right now and try and pull my arms in, imagine someone's pushing back on me, I'm automatically contracting all my muscles. I can feel my whole upper body shaking as I bring that in. What this means is that your muscles are working for a much longer period of time. We can reduce the amount of repetitions that we do, so we don't want to kind of be seeing all this. Some of you will need to do more of that, but me and Lynn will tell you that as we go along. And it also means actually you're probably going to need to use slightly lighter weights than what you would be doing if you was doing a heavy weight session. You're then going to do those 2 exercises again, and there are 4 exercises or 4 sets in total. So just to recap, I'm going to show you 2 exercises, a HIIT exercise and a time under tension exercise. Each one 60 seconds with a 20-second break, repeat. Then you'll go into section 2, section 3, section 4. Okay, so we're going to take you on to the first one now, which is going to be jogging on the spot with a little dumbbell, and I'm also going to show you the adaptions. So I'm going to be doing each one for 60 seconds and showing you adaptions as we go along. Okay, so I'm going to set my timer. So we're going to go, so you've done your warm up, we're going to go for 60 seconds. Alright, so we're jogging on the spot. Don't forget, obviously we're going for a HIIT. We want to be going quick. If you want to jog like this, you can, but remember that the next hardest one is the weights going out. So for some of you, you're going to be jogging on the spot without the weight, pressing in and out, pressing in and out, okay? Some of you will be taking the weight. I prefer to do this one myself. In, out. Okay, what you need to do, I want to slow it down so I can talk, is to keep your core tight and your shoulders back. You don't want to allow your shoulders to round. If you are, you need a lighter weight or no weight at all. The other option is to knee lift and press out, like so. And of course, we can knee lift without the weight. Okay, now we're taking a 20-second break. So you had 4 versions there. Pick your version. Lynn and I will help you in class. Practice it now. We're going to take a step onto the floor, and I'm going to take a set of weights for a chest fly. Oh, okay, so I'm starting with my legs up in the air. My whole body's really contracted. As I breathe out, I'm squeezing in, nice and slow, and lowering my feet to the floor. Keep your head down, back up. Look at the speed, really contracted, and squeeze. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Now what you need to think about here is making sure your back stays on the floor. If your back starts to arch, you may wish to just bring your feet to here. Don't worry about it. Okay? The other option is we start with our knees on the floor, one leg up, 30 seconds. Squeeze. Lower. Don't let your foot touch the floor. Lift back up. You'll do 30 seconds on that leg and 30 seconds on this lower leg. Okay, that's our 60 seconds up. Just remember that on those exercises, we're doing time under tension. So everything's contracted. Really think about your abdominals as you lower those legs, pushing them back into the floor, and think about squeezing those arms in, really activating these pec muscles. Okay, don't bend the arms, it's not this movement. Okay, it's a movement from your pecs here. That's exercise number 1. Okay, our next exercise is slightly more difficult. For the first 2 weeks, we're going upper, lower. Weeks 3 to 4, both upper exercises will be together and both lower to really exhaust the, kind of like the same limbs. So your next one, we're going to go back onto the floor. I'm going to start my timer. The easy version first. So, head down the floor. You're going to roll up your hips as high as you can, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your hamstrings, pull your core in really tight. Hold for a couple of seconds and lower, don't just drop. Curl up, squeeze it all tight, and here, and lower. Okay, that's your easy version. The harder version for now. One leg up in the air, hips up, lift, and lower, lift. Notice my foot is staying still. Don't be tempted to swing the leg up, we're not doing that. We're pushing the ceiling away. We'll do 30 seconds on the right, 30 seconds on the left. Really pushing up, feeling that engagement to the hamstrings. Mess around with your foot, okay? If I go a little bit further away, I feel a little bit more work going through my butt and my hamstring. Okay, 60 seconds. You get a 20-second break. We're taking it straight into deadlifts. I'm going to start with the easiest one first. Most of you will be feet hip width apart. I'm not going to use any weights for this. Deadlifts. If you don't get them right, it will hurt your lower back, so listen to what we're telling you. You're going to pull your shoulder blades back, good strong core, and by folding, hinging at the hip, pushing your butt back, shoulders stay back, staying forward, you're rolling down, but you are not arching your back. I can't go lower than that right now because my hamstrings are too tight. I can feel the hamstrings tightening up. I'm going to slowly come up. Notice the only movement is in my hips. I'm not moving my shoulders or my legs at all. If you want to, you can maintain a slight bend in the leg, but you need to maintain the shape the whole way through. So again, it's just the hips. Folding, I can feel that now. Pulling up. Slowly down, slowly up. Really good for the core as well. Some of you will be given heavier weights. Slightly under 60 seconds on that. Okay, so if you have weights, you're going to let them come forward. Stay looking nice and strong. Keep the weights close to the body. Down, 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 down. I'm aware now if I go any lower, my shoulders are going to round. I can feel it in my hamstrings. Contract to the top. One more from the side. Lower. Hinging, 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 hinging. Keep the weights towards the front of the legs. Here, oh yeah. And squeeze it back up. We are going to monitor that one more closely than any other because we need to protect your lower backs. This is a hamstring movement, both those exercises. So that's exercise number 2. You'll do the lift up for 60 seconds, deadlift for 60, repeat. 20-second break in between each one. We're now going to go back to the arms, okay? We're going to be doing press-ups for 60 seconds. Again, we've got more than one option here. For those of you who are not that great at press-ups, we're obviously going to put you onto a step to incline your hands, which I'm not going to show you, okay? We have got the press-up here, where my bottom is in, I'm not sinking and I'm not lifting, I'm a flat back, arms out. And I'm going to try and bring my nose to the floor. Good, okay? Pull those belly buttons in, and it's all through the arms, it's none of this going on, okay? Obviously some of you will be up onto your feet and coming down towards the floor. If you get too tired to do that, or we see you losing your form, we're going to ask you to come towards, or come to your knees and bring your face to the floor. So you've got your incline by putting yourself on a step. We don't really want to see box step-ups now, which is the kind of the tabletop. Nice straight back, or we're going to go into full press-ups. We're then going to go back onto the floor. Pull your shoulder blades back. So you're arching your back ever so slightly. Remember, we're contracting as we push up. So with a big breath out, up, lower, under control. Your abs should be really tight through this. Squeeze them up from your 90 degrees and lower. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So I'm imagining that someone's really trying to stop me from pressing that up, and I'm equally so. Bring them down, nice and slow, because I'm contracting all of my muscles right now. The only difference that you're going to find here is in your weight. We might give you a slightly lighter weight. If you're really struggling with the contraction, we might sit you to do the contraction on its own without holding any weight, so that we can progress as the month goes on, okay? So that is your press up for 60 seconds, chest press for 60, making sure we use our whole body by contracting all the muscles, contracting through the pectorals at the top here as we squeeze up to the top. Last one, which I think is everybody's favourite. Who's tried it? Okay, we've got our sideways skiers. We're going back to the legs and the glutes. So I'm going to start over here. So we're taking a wide step, powering off that standing foot, really pushing yourself to the side. Watch how both my legs are bending, so I'm not getting this arch back. So I've got quite a nice flat back. I'm keeping my gaze forward. To make it easier, we reduce the speed, the distance, and the range of motion. So we can come to here. Notice I'm still doing that curtsy. I'll slow it down a little bit. Okay? And then finally, we're just stepping. Okay? So there's a version for all of you there. What I suggest with that one is the balance thing, is to make sure that you find the balance and then go for it. My heart rate's up already. It's an excellent move. So we're going to now combine that, good work, with our sideways squats. You'll be given a heavier set of dumbbells. You're going to step to the right, you're going to squeeze down and back. As you squeeze up, you'll just squeeze those butt cheeks in, come up and stand nice and strong. Other side, down, slowly, squeeze it up. You should really feel this through your abs as well, okay? Side, slowly, 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 straight back, squeeze those glutes as you stand up. Other side, squeeze. So I hope you can see that those time under tension ones are all about control. Fully tensing up, using your breath to help you. So as we go on to those ones again, if you're not up for weights right now, or we don't think your squats are good enough to go that deep, you're going to take a side step and you might just come halfway. But you can still squeeze up. You can do all of these movements, ladies and gents, without any weights at all, just by tensing your muscles. They're the 4 exercises. You need to watch these, you need to practice them without the weights, so you can make a connection between your brain and your muscles. So So when you come to your sessions, you know what you're doing. You'll get more out of it rather than asking me and Lynn to kind of say, well, what am I doing now? If you have any questions, email us. I'm going to give you some clues. And I'm now going to go and do your session number 2. So good luck.